Hi there, my name is Ashkan, Rajaee, CEO of TopDevz, and I want to be the first to welcome you to the TopDevz team. I thought we'd put together a quick little video on kind of how we run things here at TopDevz to help you, the freelancer, make the most out of your experience. We'd like to talk about mainly 10 things that I've noticed being an issue. One thing that we do here at TopDevz is we help you organize your pipeline of projects. We have a system called Pulse that we've developed in-house that actually keeps track of all the folks on the bench, not on the bench, active projects, non-active projects, how many hours you're working on a weekly basis. And so we can see all that in our system to help streamline your workload. So when you tell us you can only take a project part-time, or I can do full-time, or I can do more hours, we manage all that systematically. It's been a great tool set for us thus far, and been very beneficial for the freelancers. Next thing is we totally take the stress of having to deal with the clients off your plate. We've got a management structure in place with an escalation process. If clients are being too demanding, unrealistic on expectations, the delivery of the scope of work is not in line with what the hours are. Again, we've got a systematic approach in this in Pulse. We've got account managers, relationship managers that will step in to set client expectations, so you don't need to be dealing with any type of that kind of stress. We want you to do your best performance at what you do best in your skill set, and we take care of all the business needs. Next thing is skills limitations. We totally realize that there's a lot of technologies people excel at. We've got a whole plethora of folks here at TopDevz that can be brought in client facing to help you in case you need other skill sets. For example, if someone's asking you to do specifically .NET stuff, I'm just using one of the skill sets, but there's DevOps involved, there's QA involved, there's design elements involved. We call that out to the client immediately through our system, again, Pulse, and through our interaction and our process with the client to help you achieve that. So you're not having to go outside of your skill set or your comfort zone to deliver stuff to a client. Next thing is rate changes. So we protect you from that. We set the expectations with the client. Our bill rates don't change. And so your payments on the work that you do is paid on an hourly basis. You will be paid for all your work that you do here at TopDevz. A big thing we get asked around is flexibility. We totally understand you're a freelancer for a reason and want to enjoy the benefits of being a freelancer. So when we do have clients that ping folks at Saturday night or Sunday morning and make demands of, hey, my system went down, we get in front of those kinds of talks and we let the clients know and set those expectations that is not the kind of work you've engaged us to do. So it is unrealistic for a freelancer to be available to you 24 hours a day because your system breaks. Again, we're putting a kind of a protection layer between you and the client, so you have the ability to do what you do best stress-free. Life is another factor here. We understand you get married, you might get divorced, unfortunately. There might be other factors, family members, personal members, your partner. Things happen. So as a freelancer, we do have a system within Pulse where you're able to give your leave of absence that you're going to be, and we take the communications with the clients. So you don't have to have those kind of communications. You just let us know professionally, and we've got a system that you can go into and set those dates, and then we set those expectations with the clients. Another big benefit here is financials. So on the financial aspect of things, you're not worried if the client pays, doesn't pay, is late paying. Your invoices to TopDevz are paid in a timely manner for all the work that you have done. We've got a time tracking system that we use. We use the Atlassian suite with Tempo built in, so it's very accurate, scales with us, and has been a great part of our success story working with freelancers. Time zones is another issue. So we work with the client's local time zone, and we staff according to that. In the unlikely event that you are paired up with a client and you're on the West Coast or East Coast, and you have the projects kind of overlapping, first we will ask you if it's okay, and then we'll ask the clients if it's okay to bridge the gap between the hours that's expected for the client to interface with you. If that doesn't work out, that's totally fine. We understand. We'll make different staffing assignments to account for that. All right, let's just get to some frequently asked questions. We get here a lot, so this will also help answer some of those concerns or questions. First one is, do we have a job description. The nature of our business as a consulting firm, the first thing you should know that's very important is we don't work with companies like a TopTal or an Upwork where you are responsible for vetting the client, where the client has a $1,000 budget and they want $100,000 worth of work. We don't operate like that here. Most of the clients that we work with are 1,000 employees plus, and many of them fall within 800 to 2,000 employees. So these are more mature companies. We spend a lot of money on marketing, getting these companies to do business with us, building their trust and building the network of freelancers that we have. So that's very important to us, and that you understand that you're never going to be paired up with somebody that has a $500 budget or a $5,000 budget and their expectations are just unrealistic. That doesn't make sense for you, and it definitely doesn't make sense for us. What comes with that, though, is when we get into these larger accounts, is oftentimes we are talking to a CIO or a CTO or a VP of engineering or a director of engineering who's more building a relationship with a vendor like us. And we don't get to the details of the job description until we are, 3-4 cycles in, and we're actually getting ready to staff the account. And even then, a lot of reasons why they use companies like us is because they're not organized. If they had a job description and they had a good IT recruiting team, they wouldn't be using companies like us. So we take advantage of these opportunities to marry your skill set with these clients. We have a systematic approach to this called Pulse. It matches up skill sets with the requirements of the client, and we have engagement managers and relationship managers that are getting this information to us in real time. One of the biggest, I think, concerns or fears from a freelancer is, you're going to throw me into a situation that I'm not going to excel at. That will not happen here at TopDevz. We absolutely will back you and make sure that the skills that we are putting you on a project for are in line with what you are good for. So sometimes we do make last minute staffing changes as we learn more or as the client gives us more information, but just know that you're not going to be, this is not the TopTal or Upwork model where you go in and you're just going in blind. The clients put down a $500 deposit and that's it, and you have to do all that discovery work. So that should be a huge relief to you, and why we have great success working with freelancers. Second is the pay ranges. So the pay ranges are pretty much set with the market rates. They fluctuate depending on niche markets, but one thing that we do is we treat it with fairness. And one thing that we do is kind of standardize that playing field, because what we do is we use your expertise and resell that, and we take all the work of the stress, the management, the client expectations, the tool sets, the infrastructure, the communication cadence, the sales process, the contracting, disagreements with the clients. You don't have to deal with any of that. So what we do is we package that up into one rate, and that's what we give to the client. What we do try to do is make sure that you have a steady stream of work coming from us, provided that you continue to provide a great value service to the company. We reward you with that as well. So we tend to put folks on longer term projects, and it's fluid. If your life changes, you let us know, no problem. We can swap that out. Everything we do is digitized, and we excellent infrastructure for working remotely. Next thing is full-time contract or permanent. Each client is different. We'll communicate to you ahead of time. If you are looking for a W-2 position, it's very important that you do let us know. Most of the folks that work with us are not looking for W-2s. So that right there, let's just be straight up about it and say it probably wouldn't work. If you're looking for a job and this is a temp solution, that's okay. You can let us know, but we do require 2 weeks notice so we can be professional with our clients. Another question we get asked a lot is H-1B sponsorship. Unfortunately, we do not participate in any type of H-1B sponsorship. And the last one is the position corp to corp? The answer to that is yes. You provide us a service. Now you can provide that service to us as a sole proprietor or through a company. We are structured to handle that type of work, and you will be working with another corporation. Kind of what I said at the onset, this is not TopTel where you've got a guy that's got $1,000 idea, but it's a $10 million spend on building the application. So hopefully these frequently asked questions helped answer what you're looking for. Let us know if there's anything else that you may have concerns with, and we're looking forward to working with you.